Okay, so we did an experiment, and I'm pretty sure it started at 3,
Yeah, like
3:20.
yeah, it should have started at that point.
I chose 3 things, I'm pretty sure, to, I guess they were actions, you could say. I told you I was going to choose 3 actions for you to either think of or actually do. And
Right.
we started at 3:20, and I told you it'll last until maybe 1/2 a.m. since we're
Yeah,
both.
you did.
Mhm. So for the first one, or actually for the first two, I would say I saturated on it for maybe around 30 minutes to an hour. And I didn't really do it the whole day because, like I told you, it is instant and I didn't really feel the need to. I decided, okay, she wants to do this so bad. She's definitely going to do this. And I stuck to it. And anytime I saw your profile picture or your DM or you tweeting on the timeline, I was like, yeah, she's definitely going to do this or she definitely wants to do this. So
Right.
for the first one, it was very oddly specific because I said that she wants to sleep to folk music so bad, and that was my affirmation, and I would just marinate on that along with the second affirmation that I'll reveal in a few. But it came to pass maybe some hours later.
It was so interesting that that was the specific one because that entire day I was like,
Mhm.
I want to listen to this artist and I just want to play her. And I just kept playing every single track she had all day. It was very peaceful. And then towards like I want to say 5, me and my cat, we just knocked out. We fell asleep. And I woke up and I was like, oh, okay. And then that's when I came on Twitter and
Mhm.
was like, do cats love this artist? Because we both fell asleep. And then you texted me or tweeted me and was like, is it folk music? And I went to search it up because I did not know what type of
Mhm.
music she was.
Mhm.
And I was like, oh, yeah, it's folk music, not thinking like about the experiment. I thought we were just having a regular conversation. And then you was like, oh, check your DMs. And I was like, oh, shit, what happened? And then you told me that, and I literally cackled because I was like, that is so oddly specific. And it felt natural. It didn't even felt like somebody was telling me to do this. It felt like I was existing, living, doing my natural routine. And that was just so funny.
Mhm. Yep. And I do have the notes and everything too because I still didn't edit them because I don't want anyone to be like, oh, you edited that and, blah, 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 and all that kind of BS. I have that and I did tweet. If you're fine, do you want me to post the tweet on the video too?
Yeah, you can do that.
Okay, bet. So yeah, she did tweet about it and I saw it and I had asked her, is it folk music? And she looked it up and it was folk music. And it was very oddly specific because I thought at first about doing rock music because I wanted to do a genre that I don't think you actually listen to a lot.
Right.
But I was like, you know what? I never hear anybody talk about folk music and I didn't even know what folk music was.
Me
So
neither. That was funny. I don't even know what that is.
so real. So that is what happened. Would you say you felt anything when I was affirming? Like, did you physically feel anything?
I didn't physically feel anything. It just felt like, I just naturally wanted to do this and it felt really good. Like I was in control. Like
Yes.
I made the decision. That's exactly how it felt. So when
Yeah.
he was like, I told you I wanted you to listen to folk music, that's how shook I was. And that's why I was so shocked because I was like, wait a minute, I didn't felt commanded. And then I started to, think about all these things like, damn, you really could control people with this. Like you really get people to do whatever you want with this. And
Yeah.
it'll make it seem like, they want to do it, which is good,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, because that's just how it works. It's like a movie and you're giving someone a role. It's like you assume that
Yeah.
someone can do this or someone wants to do this, and by no choice, by law, they have to actually do it. It's not like, oh, you're forcing or you're manipulating. It's just how it works. So
Yeah,
for me, I assumed she wants to sleep to folk music so bad, and that's what happened.
exactly. Exactly. And it really kind of like laid to rest a lot of doubts people have when it comes to assuming somebody a certain way because people like to say, "Oh, you taking somebody free will." It didn't even feel
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah, because it's not that at all.
Yeah,
It's
not that at
just
all.
they have no choice but to play the role you assign them. And that's just how
Yeah.
it is.
Yep. And you're assuming all the time, so
Exactly.
it's you assuming with intention. That's the only difference.
I have my questions here. So you said it was natural, like it basically felt natural for you.
Yeah. It just felt like something I always wanted to do, and it just like a natural occurrence, a natural routine just unfolding. And I think the funniest part about it was I was overthinking. I was like, what is she going to tell me to do? What if I don't do it? What if I mess up? Like, I was just doubting and all this mess. But like at the end of the day, I didn't need to do any of that. Like, it didn't
Mhm.
matter if I was doubting or overthinking. I still did the action.
Yes,
I
exactly.
still did it.
Exactly. And would you say, like, were there any thoughts going on in your head before you fell asleep? Was it like, you know what, this is nice to nap to, or I might fall asleep to this, or did you just knock out?
I just knocked out. Like, I just got out because I was already in a very comfortable position. I felt like I was just very relaxed. Maybe you were like affirming because I know you say you don't like to affirm like one affirmation. You
Hmm.
probably all over the place. And so I
Hmm.
just felt like I just naturally fell into that role.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's pretty much it.
Okay. I mean, hey. So the second one was I affirmed that she wanted to go to the grocery store. And I remember saying this, it was at the same time that I was saying that she wants to sleep. I just thought, okay, this is just going to be a natural occurrence, whichever one comes first. So
Right.
I was saturating again for maybe 30 minutes to an hour. And I did these at the same time. And I remember saying she really needs to go to the grocery store. She wants to go so bad, like she needs to go. And I just
Yeah.
telling myself that over and over and over. And then at the end of the experiment, when I asked you, what actions did you think of doing? What actions did you do today? And you told me a lot of actions, but then one of them was the grocery store. So,
Yeah.
what was going through your mind throughout the day about the grocery store?
So I want to say around the time that I fell asleep to folk music, I
Hmm.
don't know why, but I woke up and I was like, I do need to go grocery shopping. I do need to. And that was so
Wow.
funny because as soon as you were like, I was affirming them at the same time, I was like, wait a minute. Because literally, once I woke up from that dream, I was like, I'm going grocery shopping. And I was planning it out, I was preparing for it. And typically, I'm an indecisive person. So I'm like, sometimes, should I go? Should No, I was just dead set on it. And not dead set on it like I was desperate, but I was like, yeah, it's going to happen either
Dang.
way. And I think what was funny about it was like how it happened wasn't like your typical, oh, I got money, then this, that, and the third, as I would like to do because I like to prepare for things. It just really kind of like proved the how doesn't matter. You were
Mhm.
still gonna go. Because I actually had to pick up my cousin because she works at the grocery store, and I came back home thinking that I wasn't gonna go grocery shopping, but still I had that in my mind, like I'm going grocery shopping. Then the next minute or so, I went right back, got what I wanted, came back, was so happy that I did it and then just had fun with my groceries.
So it was again, it felt natural to you. Like, did you?
It felt natural. Like it just felt another thing I wanted to mention, it felt decisive. Like it didn't feel like I was doubting it. It didn't feel like, I didn't want to do it. It's like, no, I need to do that.
And it felt like your own thoughts.
Yeah. Like it was gonna happen no matter what. Like I made the decision, it is what it is.
Period. And would you say it was like maybe persistent? It was a persistent thought in your head, or was it just like
Yeah.
erratic?
It was a persistent thought, and I think what I liked about it most, it was like a natural persistent thought
Mhm.
rather than a desperate, nagging, persistent thought. And I
Yes.
think that's what I liked the most about it because typically when people try to manifest and they get that self-doubt and stuff, they
Yes.
think they gotta bombard their head. I'm like, really, you don't have to bombard it. You just gotta just naturally as you go about throughout the day, assuming like, oh, I do gotta brush my teeth today, like that.
Real. Yes. 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 This is just proof that really when you're affirming for someone to do something, or you're affirming for them to think something or be a certain way or whatever, it's natural. They don't get the ping in their head like, oh, so and so they must be manifesting me, or I
Yeah,
never think about doing this, so something's off. They must be man. No, they don't think that. They just think it's their own action, their own thought, their own,
yeah.
action, period. It's just
Yeah,
them.
let's say too self-aware. But other than
Right,
that,
right.
yeah, it just felt natural.
Mm-hmm.
And it was so funny because as it felt natural, those two things, I was still trying to be mad aware of like what you were trying to manifest for me, which was so funny because I still didn't clock those were the manifestations.
Yeah.
So
Yep.
it's so funny. Like people, oh, they're gonna know. I'm like, I did not know. And I'm a spiritual witchy girly. I did not know.
Well, word. Okay, so the last one, those two I did, like I said, again, I just want to repeat because some people, they don't hear.
Yeah.
For those two, I did it again at the same time, and I saturated on those for 30 minutes to an hour at the same time. And
Right.
I did not do it for the whole day. Again, I only it when she came to mind, or when I saw her profile picture, or when I opened my DMs and saw her, or when I saw her on the timeline. I
Yeah.
just thought, okay, she wants to sleep to folk music so bad. She definitely needs to go to the grocery store. So those were those. I decided that was true. I stuck to it when she came to mind, obviously, because why wouldn't I? Because that's her story.
Yeah.
But for the last one, there's a lot of people who preach letting it go. And when
Yeah.
they tell you to let it go, they don't really explain it well because I think if you explain letting it go well, people can actually do it because it's not you're supposed to let go of the desire. It's just you're supposed to let go of the old story.
Yes.
So for me, I rewatched some videos with people teaching how to manifest while letting it go. And
Right.
basically what they said was you think of it, you say it's yours, and then you let it go and you don't think about it anymore. So that's exactly what I did. And for the third one, it was she wants to go swimming so bad. So I said it once. I said, okay, she wants to go swimming so bad. And then I let it go. I didn't think of it at all. When you came to mind again, when I saw your picture, I saw your tweets, I only thought about the first two things, didn't think about the swimming. I let it completely go.
Mm,
So, did you think about swimming at all?
not at all. I didn't think of swimming or wanting to
Nope.
swim. Nothing.
Not even water, not even the ocean?
Not at all. So I don't even remember if I was that it really did let go.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just proof you don't let it go. Because if you let it go, it's not going to happen. You're not going to get it unless you have the assumption that you're going to get it.
Yeah, exactly. And I used to be one of those people who preached
Mhm.
let it go because I, like all of us, learned law of attraction first.
Right. Same.
Most people that
Hmm.
went into law of assumption. And so, and even funny, what's funny is like when you learn law of attraction, you're still doing law of assumption. It's just certain things changed up and switched up. And so, yeah, I was like, I didn't hear nothing about swimming. I didn't hear nothing about water. So I was like, I don't know if you was talking to me, but yeah, I did not hear that.
Yeah. Yep. And when you used to preach let it go, would you say stuff worked for you? Did it actually come to fruition, or was it a maybe sometimes not?
So maybe sometimes not. And honestly, when I was preaching that,
Mm.
I would still like really do the law of assumption way where I was like, oh yeah, I'm getting it. It's always here's mine. And then it will come because I kept thinking about it and I kept
Yeah.
putting my focus on it. And then sometimes it would actually happen. Like when I had got my car and my apartment within a week of each other, I was like this, but it was like more so it's already done type of
Yeah.
let it.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah. Rather than like, I'm not thinking about it. I was like, no, this is already done. I got it. So yeah, I think it's just, misinformation and teaching it wrong because like let it go has its place, but not for the desire, more so about the doubt you have around it and thinking it's not coming. Because if it's yours already, why would you stress? Why would you worry? And if
Exactly.
you do stress and worry, it's still gonna be yours.
Yes. Exactly. Exactly. And also, why would you let go of something you actually want? It doesn't make
Yeah.
sense.
Yeah, it doesn't. And it sucked that so many people, even me teaching other people that, gave into that. Because we're humans. Emotions
It's
are awesome.
true.
We got to do it.
Yeah.
We got to want things.
Yeah. Yep. And that was me too. So you're not alone because I was in that too
Yeah.
some
And
years
you
ago
got to
and
learn.
it never, never
But
happened.
we learn. We
We did.
learn.
Yeah, we did. Those are the three experiments we did. Do you want to say anything at all before I stop recording?
Sure. Like, I think this for me really just proved the law of assumption even more. Because I will say a couple of days before that, I was on the track of just, staying with it. And then this came and she was like, let's do this experiment this day. And it was my manifestation of like, tell me how the law of assumption works. And it just killed all of my doubts. When you told me you wanted me to do the folk music and I did it. And you wanted me to do a grocery store and I did it. And it just answered all the questions
Word.
that kept getting in my head because for some of us when it comes to understanding the law, we need logic sometimes.
Yeah.
We need like, make this make sense. And
Yes.
like now I can't even doubt it. I can't even be like, oh, it doesn't work because no, you just proved it. Like, period. All the answers that and the questions that come out, oh, Taylor said this, Taylor said that, Taylor did this, Taylor did that. I'm like, so are you gonna do it too? And I'm like, yes, I am.
Do you want to plug yourself before I end?
Oh, okay. Yeah, of course I would. So I do have a YouTube channel here as well that talks a lot about spirituality and inner healing and stuff, and it's Naughty. That's the name of it. And then I also have a Twitter that's just Naughty Designs with two S. So if you guys like spiritual things and art and just, living life in a very miscellaneous way, definitely check me out.
Period. And I'll put it on screen too so they can know where to go.
Awesome. And honestly, Taylor, thank you so much. You are amazing. You literally
You.
got me back into this and reminded me of my power. So when I found you a couple of years ago, I was like, yes, this is her. You're real. You're one of the realest ones here.
Thank you. I'm glad we connected for real because you're one of the few people that I actually vibe with and have a good feeling about in that
That is
community.
so beautiful. And I really appreciate that because I was like, oh, this girl knows her shit. Like,
Oh, thank you.
of course. But yeah,